From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. One ticket for the divisional round remains. The finale of Super Wildcard Weekend, and off we go on this Monday night. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here comes the third-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting the third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seahawks. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And they'll take this down inside the 30.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, before he's hustled out of bounds.
Little indecision by the quarterback there, Mike. Do I buy time and throw it downfield, or do I tuck it and become a runner? That's what he's thinking. I think he made the final call a little bit too late, and all he could do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That one taken in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. Got it with Smith and Jigba. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down. Now, faking the give. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Really nice footwork here with a little tightrope action along the sideline. But this is all about the pass leading him a little too far out of bounds, and he's unable to secure the catch.
And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. A guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 17. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A Handoff, running left, it is Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
It's one thing if you don't get the ball in the end zone, but it's another to lose this many yards. And I think now for this offense and this play caller, they've got to reevaluate their approach down here in tight.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. Myers. Good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback extending the...
And he's into the end zone. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seahawks. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Seahawks scoop it up. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will... After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That is caught. It's Valdez-Scantling. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
from the gun. Here's the give to Walker. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Throwing now from the gun. That's going to be intercepted. Past midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New York. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment, uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
And typically, Mike, you don't find yourself in the playoffs unless all season long you've gotten contributions from your special team. So here's a big one in the return game. I mean, this is something that has been a priority all season long, and they nearly sprung.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run right. Here's Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught downfield by Kupp. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll tuck it and take off. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
Trust me, Mike, I've been there. You're this close to the goal line. You're thinking you're going to score, and it's going to be 6. You're fighting, you're clawing, but you can't lose the ball. Everything has to be about protecting the football. Your heart drops when that ball slips out of your hands, and in this case, kind of dodges a bullet as this one goes harmlessly out of bounds.
Here's Walker. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He'll get about 2. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Bellinger. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, New York.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. To the air now on 1st and 10. The pressure gets there and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Seahawks scoop it up. Well, that changed quickly. A terrific scramble, getting downfield, picking up yardage, but then dropping the football. It comes out, and the defense comes up with the recovery.
There's not many quarterbacks in the league, Mike, that can make that play with their legs. It's just such a shame that at the end of that run, he fails to protect the ball. The defense is able to jar it loose and take it away of what otherwise was a pretty fantastic play there by that quarterback.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. A quick slant here, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Seattle. He'll look to throw. He runs with it. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll drop to throw.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So it is halftime in the final game of Super Wild Card Weekend. As we send you cross country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the 2nd half. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the 3rd quarter of the NFC wildcard game. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Here's 2nd and 6. That's taken in by Chubb. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got it at about the 8. And he's in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Room to run past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It covers 63 yards. They'll run with Walker. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Seattle. So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Slayton is the man in motion. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. To the goal line and in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group. Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Here comes a return from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
RPO and the quick hit to Smith and Jigba. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be 3rd down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. He'll work forward for a couple. Boye Mafe in on the tackle. Second down and 8. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. That'll be a first down, a gain of 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. We'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Two first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's first and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. And he's got another one. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Now, Gano for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants are going to open up the lead to 8. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now he'll run.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
Shotgun run now with Walker. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Walker. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Into the hands of his tight end, Barner. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks with another big moment. They'll try to add the 2-point conversion here. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now the rookie out of Purdue, Tyrone Tracy. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. The rookie from Ole Miss put that one on target for the 1st down. Here's a handoff to Chubb. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. They'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
First and 10. Chubb takes his head off, running left. He finds some room across the 25. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Now a give up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. So a road win here for the Giants as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.